back with another one.
Alright guys, so this is J.O.A.T.D back with the new video, and I'm hearing this weird noise coming from my engine, and my RPMs are pulsating. If you look at it, you can see it pulsating, and then if I push on the gas really hard, that noise. So that's the noise that I'm hearing. So later today we're going to check it and see what that noise is and see if we can fix it. Alright guys, so I just took off the exhaust manifold heat shields. There's two of them right here. You got two bolts on the top. They're 12 millimeter, and then you have one on the side here and then one on this side. And that sits right up there. You can see the screw holes, one right there, and then there's one there, and then the one right there. And then there's one on that side too. That's for this. And then this lower part has four. There's two on this side, two on this side. It goes all the way down at the bottom. You see the two? It's two down at the bottom down there. And then it's two more on the back side on this side. You gotta take that off, okay? Now, I'm having a exhaust leak. The car is making this loud hissing noise, and I am losing power. Going uphill, it acts like it doesn't want to go unless I push it to about 3,000 RPMs, and then it'll start kind of running okay. But anywhere between 1 to 2, 2.5, it's like puttering. Okay, now I took the heat shield off to see if I can find the leak itself, see if it was right up against the engine or if it was the exhaust gasket, the one right after the catalytic converter. Let's see if I can turn the light on down there. That ring that's down there with that bolt all the way at the bottom. So look, a ring right there. It's an actual gasket in there. So what we're gonna do is crank it up and we're gonna see if it moves. All right. Alright guys, so this right here is where my vehicle is leaking exhaust, okay? This is called the exhaust flange gasket that's in between here. It's between the exhaust manifold and the actual exhaust system or the pipe, alright? The two bolts that's holding it down are 14 millimeter. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead and take this loose. Guys, make sure that if you're going to do this, make sure that this pipe is cold. So that's one of them. It's a screw and a spring. Has like a little sleeve on it. That's one. And the other one is on the back side over here. You can't see it, but it's easy to get to. Alright, so that's the other one. It looks exactly the same. There's no difference. Okay. Now this pipe is loose now. Alright. Let's see if I can see it. So let me get a flashlight. All right, so you see that ring that's around the pipe? That's what you're trying to remove. So I'm gonna try to pull that off and try not to break it because I don't even know what it's made out of. So we're gonna try to get that off and replace that. It's this part right here. You can see the pipe in the middle of it. If I kind of get up close to it, see that? You want to get that ring off. All right. You can see it's kind of breaking up. See that? You got to get that off. Yeah, that's what it looks like. I tore it up though, but that's what it looks like. Some more of it here. There it is. We got it off. It's very hard to get that off. It's rusted on there. You gotta make sure that you don't get any of this rust crumbs in your eyes. I got on safety glasses and I have on gloves. Alright guys, so I went to AutoZone and got the new gaskets. I bought two just in case. I put one on and it ripped and I needed to try it again. But these are the part numbers, the exact same part numbers. They look different, but they're the exact same part numbers. Alright, so this is the bolt and spring that came off. I got that from AutoZone as well. That's the part number if anybody needs it. But it's exactly the same. I'm gonna pull them out. Let's match them up. All right, so when I put them up together, you can see that they are the same size. It's a little bit longer, but I doubt that that matters. If you go here, you can see that the springs are the exact same size. So these are the new springs I'm gonna put in. Let's see. Just trying to see, but yeah, this one doesn't have any give. So it's probably good to go ahead and replace it. And then you can see how old the exhaust gasket looks. I mean, that looks terrible. And granted, I did rip it a little bit, taking it off, but alright guys, so what I'm gonna do is take this old metal brush and scrub around just to make sure that there's no rust or pieces of gasket still on it. Make sure you have on some glasses. Let's see how clean that is. Yeah, that's good. Now let's look up in there and see how it looks. See how good that looks. You want to clean it as much as you possibly can. Then we're going to slide that bad boy back on it. This is the new gasket. This flat part here goes against the actual manifold. Okay, so it goes in this way. All right. You know what? The best bet is to put it inside here first. Put it in here, and then push this up on here, and then bolt it on. I think it'll work better like that. So let's get the screws. Let's see. All right, so the best bet is to do this one first. That one will go in easier. And then we're gonna run it down a little bit. And then we'll put this one on. All right, so we got both in, and what we're gonna do is give the car a little start to check and see how it runs. All right, guys, so that was the problem. I'm not getting that slow throttle response anymore. Basically, I'm just gonna have to take it around the block, but we're gonna put all of this back on. Remember, the smaller one goes on first. This thing is hot, so you're gonna have to let it cool down, but the small one goes on first, 4 bolts, and it takes the little small ones like this. The one at the top takes the bigger ones like that. You see the difference? So this is the bottom one. This is the top heat shield, okay? So let's get everything buttoned back together and we'll go from there. All right, guys, so that bottom heat shield is on. You can see how it has the 2 bolts in it on that side. And then it has the 2 bolts in it on this side. Now, when you put it back in here, the bolts on this side are farther apart than the ones on that side. That's how you know which way to put it in. Let's go ahead and put the top heat shield in. All right, guys, so we got the top heat shield on, 2 bolts there and 1 bolt there, and then the other is right here on the other side right there. Okay. All right, so we got everything back together now. One thing I do want to reiterate on is the fact that when you're going to put the gasket in the pipe, put the gasket in the pipe first, then line it up to the exhaust manifold, and then put one of the spring bolts in, preferably the one that's on the passenger side, I would put that one in first. That one's easier. Don't run it all the way down, but run it down just enough, and then take the other one and push on it as hard as you can. Or you can get like some vice grips to kind of clip it to hold it down if you want to do that. I was going to try that, but it just happened to go on. So just push on it as hard as you can just to get it started. As soon as you get it started, run that bad boy down. All right. We're going to take it for a ride. I mean, I can already tell that it's 10 times better than it's ever been. So we're going to take it for a ride just to check it out, see if it got all the power back in the Scion. All right. All right, guys, so we're in the Scion, and it seems to be driving pretty good. I haven't really had any problems. I'm pretty sure I probably need some spark plugs, maybe set of ignition coils, but other than that, it's riding good. All right, guys, J.O.A.T.D, and I'm out.